Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about the alignment of the Highway 2000. Now, what has created a lot of questions or discussion is the new section of the highway that runs from Williamsfield to Hodges in St. Elizabeth. It was announced recently that the route of the highway would involve a bypass for Mandeville, and a bypass for Spur Tree Hill. And then it was announced there would be a bypass for Junction and Black River. So that now means the alignment of the highway has changed from what was originally thought. Everybody thought the highway would go through Balaclava and connect back to Mount Pelion. So this highway alignment, the bypasses that were announced, made people start to wonder, is this announcement of the highway from Williamsfield to Hodges a part of Highway 2000, or is it a part of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, which involves building a highway from Negril to Manchester along the coast? So a lot of persons commented and asked the question. Now, we are not 100% sure, but based on what was announced, I would say the highway from Williamsfield to Hodges is not the highway that connects from Negril to Manchester. That highway hasn't started yet, and it's not scheduled to start until the highway from Harbourview to Port Antonio is finished. Now, what also created confusion is the name of the project. To build a highway from Harbourview to Port Antonio the name of the project is a Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. So everybody associates that road as a Southern Coastal Highway. It has not officially been named, but everybody just associates it as a Southern Coastal Highway. And when the project to build a highway from Harbourview to Portland was announced, they also announced a second part of the project to build a highway from Negril to Manchester. Now, that's that project. Now, Highway 2000, which started I think back in 2006, or back then, was to build a highway from Kingston to Montego Bay to connect both international airports, and that highway was to run through the middle of Jamaica, while you had the Southern Coastal Highway and the Northern Coastal Highway running along the coast. So now that they have announced alignment for the Williamsfield to Hodges section of Highway 2000, it now goes via Black River, which runs it along the coast. So people are wondering, and with the name of the project being the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, that highway is a part of that project. It has totally confused people. Some persons think that that road is eventually going to go to Negril, but it's not. It's going to Mount Pelion in St. James, through Anchovy, and down to Bogue in Montego Bay. Now, the Mount Pelion section, the alignment we just announced from Mount Pelion to Anchovy through Long Hill into Montego Bay, is actually being worked on. But they didn't call that project Highway 2000 either. They call that project the Montego Bay Perimeter Road Project, because it involves 4 sections. They're improving Barnett Street, I think it's West Green Street, and another section to build a perimeter road around Montego Bay, and also the Long Hill bypass, the Anchovy bypass, and the Mount Pelion road. But the Mount Pelion and the Long Hill bypass are a part of the PJ Patterson Highway, which is Highway 2000. It's going to be a toll road. Now, another reason why we know the highway that was just announced from Williamsfield to Hodges in St. Elizabeth is not the Southern Coastal Highway from Negril to Manchester. It's because it's going to be a toll road. It was announced that a concession will be given for the road, meaning somebody's going to build the road and charge a toll via the concession to collect the money, to recoup the costs, and to make a profit on the building of the highway. But the name of these projects are very confusing. Every aspect of Highway 2000, that project should be named Highway 2000. Now, the section of the Highway 2000, the PJ Patterson Highway that goes from Maypen to Williamsfield, is also under the project Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. Don't know why they do it that way. I wish, if anybody knows, you leave a comment in the section below. Why they didn't just call it the Highway 2000 project? Mark, I think there was a project like that already for the original building of the road, but it would be so much easier. And then with the alignment of the Williamsfield to Hodges section going through Black River, what does this mean? Does this mean that the Negril to Manchester Highway will merge with Highway 2000 in Black River? Because if it does, that means you now have to pay toll from Black River to Manchester. When announced, the Harbourview to Portland leg of the highway is not a toll road. So the Negril to Manchester section of the highway was never mentioned as a toll road. So is it that we're going to have a highway from Negril to Manchester going along the coast now, which means it must intersect with Black River somehow, because Black River is on the coast, and then you have another highway so let's say the Negril to Manchester highway is built, runs along the coast, you don't pay toll. But now you have Highway 2000 that also runs along the coast through Black River. Mark, you're not along the entire stretch of the coast because it bypasses Pertry. But you're now going to have a problem with our road competing with the toll road, and that's not allowed. We'll do a video on that because that is something, and that's we'll explain that in another video. But why would somebody pay toll when they could easily use the other road, which is going to run along the coast? So is it a case where the roads are going to compete? Or is it a case where that highway is going to have a completely different alignment now because this highway has changed routes? As we said, that section of the highway from Negril to Manchester, it has not been finalized, the route, etc., because it's going to start after the Harbourview to Portland section. But it was announced it's a part of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, and with Negril getting the 4th international airport in Jamaica, all roads that lead to Negril need to be a highway, a road like this, so that persons can get to and from the airport quite easily. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day.